Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Naomi and let's dream about beauty. In today's video, I have for you a collab with the beautiful Andrea, who is from Makeup and More with Andie. We are doing a collab today. It's a full face get ready with me, and we are using all of the exact same makeup. Well, not the exact same makeup, but the exact same products. So I was watching one of her Shop My Stashes and it just occurred to me that we have a lot of the same makeup items, and it would be fun to do a full face using all of the same stuff. So yeah, that's what we have in mind. She's already filmed hers. I've seen a picture, so I have an idea of what she's done. And I am going to film mine now, so hopefully it turns out. If you're interested in watching this, then don't go anywhere. Just keep watching and we will get to the look right now. Okay, so one thing that Andrea is not using that I'm going to use is this, the Professional Benefit. This is the light primer. This was something that Angelica Nyquist uses and she recommended, so I thought I would get a little small tester size, and I quite like it, but I have quite large pores. So I need to do something to hide those. Andrea has the most beautiful skin, so she doesn't really need to have a pore minimizing primer. So I'll just put those here. Got my mirror. Let's see how far forward I can pull it. There we go. I haven't done a Get Ready With Me in a long time, as you all know. The birds outside are having themselves a heyday. It's a squawky bird. I don't like squawky birds. I want beautiful, like, songbirds. Okay, so this is a really nice primer. It has a really interesting feel to it. It's very cooling and refreshing to use. Like, it's weird, but give this a try. I recommend it. Okay, so now the primer that both Andrea and I have that we are going to use is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. Now, I do not want to use this anywhere in my T-zone because I am so oily and shiny. And I know I should pin my hair up, but I don't like how I look with my hair pinned up, so I never do it. Okay. So I bought this because everyone raved about it. I really haven't used it very much, but I will try it on the outskirts of my face. There. See what I think of it. I'm not really into glowy makeup, but this was the other fun thing. Like, it was fun to go through our collections and just see kind of what we had that was similar or the same. So I'm just going to blend this in with my sponge. It's been raining here in Calgary for quite a few days, and I'm not used to the humidity. It's not really warm, but it's just really humid, and I am sweating up a storm. I'm having a little bit of a breakout down here. Like, there's some texture going on that I'm not too happy to add glow to, but it's what we said we would use, so that's what I'm using. Okay, so now where did I, oh, so the foundation that we are going to use is the Uoma, what is this called? Stay Wet Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. Hydrating and matte at the same time. I think I've used this maybe once. Don't really remember what I think of it, so maybe we'll give it another. I do like the component. The pump is really nice. This looks like it's going to be a little bit light. I'm quite tanned. Recently spent some time in Vegas, and what was I gonna say? But I put on quite a strong SPF on my face, so my face and my chest and my neck are not like the same color, but so I am just gonna finish balancing this in place and I will be back. Okay, so here we are, foundation's all on. Now we aren't using the same, Andrea and I are not using the same concealer. I'm going to use the Tarte, what is this called? The Tarte C Power Flex Concealer. So the only one that we had the same of was, I have a an e.l.f. concealer, but it's way too light for me. And from Ipsy, I got some little baby hip dot sponges that are so cute, and I love using these little sponges for concealer. So I'll just finish getting this all done and I'll be back. Okay, so that's foundation, primer, foundation, concealer. Now the powder that we're going to use is the Fenty Beauty powder in the shade Butter. We both have this one. I know Andrea really likes it. I like it too. Has kind of a, not an overpowering fragrance, not like the Huda Beauty. So I'm just going to pick it up with my sponge, the butt of my sponge, and just put it. So it's Tuesday that I'm filming this. I think we're going to put it up on Thursday. This Fenty powder is so smoothing and mattifying. I do not like a dewy finish. I really like to be matte. Pretty happy with how this foundation is looking. Looks pretty good around my nose, which is always a good test of foundation, if it looks good around the nose area. Okay, so that was the Fenty Beauty powder in the shade Butter. Pretty impressed with it. It's really nice. I'm just going to go in with my brush. I'm going to pick up the last little bit of it. I like to do this. I just like to, once I pounce the powder in place with my sponge, I like to go in and just kind of brush the powder around. Okay, so for bronzer, we are using the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is what mine looks like. It's got some use. You can see that some of the writing has been worn away. So I will use this giant bronzer brush. I do want to bronze up quite a bit because I just feel like the foundation is just a little bit too light for me. But the bronzer, I don't know how it's going to go because it might be a little too light for me too, so we will. No. I sure can smell the chocolate. I forgot how nice this bronzer is. So this is why this is a fun collab to do, because you pull out products that you haven't really used recently and you kind of fall in love with them all over again. Oh yeah, I think that looks really good. I'm happy with that. I did pull out my Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is what that one looks like. And I just thought maybe if the milk chocolate one was too light, I would use this one. But I think we got what kind of I was hoping for with that. For blush, Andrea and I both have this Hourglass palette. This was a holiday release of this past year. And we are going to use the blush out of here if I can actually get it open. So this is the blush we're using, this nice pink one. It's so pretty. I'll use my rougher brush. I just washed my brushes last night, so they're all clean. And just put the blush on. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be using this. I'm like, why don't I use it more often? Really pretty. A little bit across my nose. Okay, out. And then we're going to be revisiting this again to use this as finishing powder when we're done the makeup. Okay, now moving on to highlighter. Andrea was kind enough to gift this to me, and she had one for herself as well. So this is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in the shade Rose Gold. This is what it, oh, we can't really see. I will open it. Oh, that's so pretty. And what I like to do is I often will just like swirl my brush around different shades, and the blush was quite illuminating too, so just putting it on there on the high points of my cheekbones. And it's just a beautiful, really like glowy highlighter, but it's not, it doesn't have glitter in it. Glitter specks. A little bit on my forehead. So that's highlighter. Okay. So I forgot to grab my eyeshadow primer, so I'm going to get that. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're not using the same eyeshadow primer. I'm using Rare Beauty, and we just decided not, I don't think we had the same eyeshadow primer. So I'm just gonna put this on and I'll be right back. Okay, so while I was gone, I did my eyebrows too. And oh my goodness, feeling a little out of practice at this, I'm going to say that. So the eyeshadow palette that we decided to use is the beautiful ABH Carly Bible palette. And this is what this beauty looks like. So I'm going to go for a neutral crease, I think, and then maybe one of these nice bluey gray shimmers on the lid. That is the plan. I'm going to go in with a JH32, and I'm going to use the shade called Bible, which is this one right here, and that is going to go through my crease and transition area. Tapping off the brush. Let's see, I'm in frame. I can see myself in my mirror. So again, I want most of the pigment to be on the outer part of my eye, so that's where I start. Just going around in circles. My eyelid base is not set. Tapping in for more. It has been ages since I even looked at this palette, never mind thought about using it. Andrea and I actually do have quite a few of the same eyeshadow palettes, especially quite a few of the same ColourPop eyeshadow palettes, but we decided we wanted to focus on high-end makeup, so hence the ABH Carly Bible. Tap it off. ABH powders are the ABH formula is quite powdery, so I've got an eyelash that keeps sticking to. Now one fell off. Hang on. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so now I am going to go in to the outer corners, the outer V, with this darker shade here that is called Boy. And I'm going to get, and this is a Morphe M507. It is a very small blending brush. Remember, the darker the color, the smaller the brush, and that's going to go in my outer V area. And I just bring it up into the crease. Build up the pigment a little bit, tap off the brush. I do wish that there was one shade darker in this palette, but I'm going to build up this pigmentation here. Like so. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so that is got kind of what I wanted, and now I'm gonna swatch. I think I'm gonna swatch this one, and this one, and this one, and Libra, Jode, and OA, just to see which one I want to use. So this is Libra, Jode, and OA. So I think I'm going to use OA because it's, oh my gosh, so pretty. So I'm just going to get a small flat packing brush, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to spray it. As I, like Nona says, I spray all my shimmers regardless of brand. All right, and we're going to go with this on the lid. It'd be good if I was using the right side of the brush. Spray it again. It's not applying the best. It is a beautiful shade though, really pretty. Okay, I'm just going to put that on the other side. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's pretty much what I wanted. now I'm going to go into, I think, the inner corner with the shade here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh yeah, there you can see it. And it is called Boli. So I'm just going to get a small little brush. This little one from Morphe. It's Morphe x Jaclyn Hill. This is the JH38. And this is going to be for the inner corner. That's a really pretty color. Be very interested to know what, I did see Andrea's look, but I couldn't really tell exactly what she used. I'm pretty sure she used one of these top, either Libra, maybe Jode, or OA. I mean, it's really hard to use this palette and not use those shades because they are the most beautiful. I am just going to put on some, okay, so we're not using, Andrea doesn't really use eyeliner, so I'm going to apply some eyeliner off camera. And then we'll move on to lips. So just so you know, I'm using the Pat McGrath Lambs eyeliner. This is a Holy Grail. It goes on so smoothly, it's so opaque, it's so black, it's so easy to use. Okay, and I think I'm gonna go up and do my eyebrow arch with a little bit of this shade called Boli. Just a little bit right under there. There. All right, let me grab my lipstick and I will be right back. Okay, so here's the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner and the Pillow Talk lipstick. So I'll go in with the lip liner first. I should have it sharpened, but it's not. Sorry, I don't even know if I was in frame there. This is not Andrea's favorite lipstick. In fact, I think it's getting downgraded to a cream blush. But I like it. Wanted it for ages. Although it's a little bit, has a little bit of an undertone that is not my favorite. I would like something a little bit more pink. Shh. I have an alarm on my watch to remind me to water my plants. All right. So I think this is the full face. It is, it was actually really fun to look at our collections and figure out what products we had that were all the same, and to do a get ready with me. So what are my thoughts? So far so good with this Uoma foundation. Yeah, it's sitting nicely on my skin. It's not caking. I mean, I haven't had it on for a very while. I haven't had it on for a very while. I'm so out of practice at this. I haven't had it on for a really long time, so the real test will be to see how it holds up with my oils. My new Holy Grail foundation is the new Makeup Forever one. Oh my gosh, it is such a great foundation. I can get so shiny and it still stays in place. It doesn't get cakey, it doesn't break up, it just looks great, even though, I mean, it doesn't keep my oils at bay. I wish it did, but it really is a beautiful foundation. So that's one of my favorites. This one is looking pretty good too. So anyhow, time is our most precious resource, and I really appreciate it when you spend some of your precious time with me. I hope wherever you are in the world that you're well, that you're healthy, that you're happy. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Activate the notification bell so that you know when I upload, which is not very often, but I'm trying very hard to rectify that. Leave a comment down below. I really love reading your comments, and maybe a thumbs up. And that's it from me for today. Take care. Bye bye.